You touched on him in the lineups. Fellows 41 here behind the cage and plays it out for Braden Fountain. Good movement here for Army, looking for the opening shot now and turned aside by Watkinson.
So Loyola already sitting in their zone. We kind of expected a lot of zone. That's what they've been really running the last few weeks as they've gone 3-1 here in April. Kind of turned this season around a little bit for them, has been the zone. It's really been the difference for them defensively.
This is Jackson Eicher, and now Plunkett. Touch pass back to Plunkett, and now Eicher again. Eicher whips one to the back of the net. Jackson Eicher buries it, his 46th of the season.
And we talked about in the open how he could be an absolute zone killer. When you're playing zone and you've got a shooter like that, you have got a hedge and shade to him. He cannot step down into this space right here. You've got to show him more respect, and even if it changes the formation of your...
Eicher, the senior from Warrenton, Virginia. 6'5", 225. He's got size, speed, everything. As a freshman, had to sit behind some guys and got injured as a sophomore. His coach Alvarez said this week it might have helped him being on the bench during that injury to see the game from a different perspective, because when he got healthy again, he was fantastic. One 0 Army, 5 minutes in from West Point. Final game of the regular season in the Patriot League. Here's Ryan McGorry, Amherst, New York native. Shot in back in front, shot, score! At the doorstep, cashing in is 77 Brady West.
Just a great job off the ground. Get it in and out of your stick and move it right away. And West, he knows that there's two guys.
Tyler Clark, a freshman from Westport, Connecticut. Good movement here for Evan Plunkett. In front, whip around, shot wide. And the look there from Tyler Clark. Played in by Gunnar Fellows. For Fountain, and now Plunkett. And now Eicher. Skip pass across, looking for the opening and burying it, going low for the score is 41, Gunnar Fellows.
Just a great job by the Army offense, finding that skip pass to Fellows, and does a good job recognizing the defender's out of position, gets topside, able to finish. Army's up.
Skipped across in front, turnaround shot. Not there for the Black Knights. Good look from Fellows again. Played in by Fountain. Evan Plunkett, spin, shot, no. Army again retains possession here with under 3. Jackson Eicher. Hill Plunkett in front, shot, score! What a look and what a finish once again by Gunnar Fellows.
It's basically like the same exact play we had right before the break. It's Plunkett to Fellows, the same exact skip pass, same exact spot from Fellows. I'm telling you, it looks like the exact same play. Good vision, kind of looked them off.
I'll say this, not just me, but people gravitate to this place because of the people. That's what separates us from every institution in the world, and it's hard not to walk through the halls here or through all the facilities and be reminded of the amazing leadership and people that have gone to this institution, and really the fantastic cadets and the cadet athletes that go here who choose to make a decision to serve their country, who choose to support and defend our freedoms. That's what makes it special. And for me, to be a part of that, to potentially have an impact on this place, I couldn't think of a better opportunity.
Talk about, obviously, only a few months on the job. You were here, though, prior, working here in the athletic department. What are some things some visions that you have, some things you want to accomplish? Oh, we'll talk.
That was a great goal, by the way.
Yeah, that was a great goal.
And Gunnar Fellows, by the way, this was the person, I was like, all right, who do you want to talk about over the lineup? And he goes, I think Fellows is going to have a good game. How about a hat trick already for 41 for Army as they take the 4-1 lead?
And it's very similar to the last 3 goals. It's
30 seconds, so Army will go man up, already at 4-1, 12 minutes to play.
Are any of you guys going to ask me about Stephen Panarelli's checks?
Let's do that.
Yeah, I mean,
let's
his
go.
takeaway checks.
Tell me about
I can have a separate segment on his ability to disguise checks, take the ball away. One of the best ever to do at Syracuse. So proud of you.
I had to pay him a lot of money to get that.
No, and his,
not as much as you think, to be honest.
His whole family's here, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I know you spent some time earlier. He's got his 2 little boys. Got his beautiful wife here, his dad. I mean, it's cool to be part of this and to kind of see you guys. You've been friends, I mentioned, what, since high school, right?
Shoot it.
Iker buries one.
See, he's calling it out. He said, shoot it. Look at him.
Sorry.
That's all right. You're allowed to be a homer. Him and I, we have to be neutral. But Iker right there, he just shows you. I talked about in the open, right? He could be a zone killer and really stretch that defense. And Loyola wants to sit in that zone. He's the guy you got to make sure you press out to and get to his hands as he just steps down. That's just almost an impossible stop for any goalie.
There you go. We apologize there. Here's the penalty.
We'll take a look here. Trying to take him to 5-5. You know, calling a hold. Honestly, I think the helmet coming off is what led to that penalty. Maybe he got him a little high, but I don't think it was a hold.
So here comes 30 seconds of the man up for the Greyhounds.
So a good transition. Coach Alvarez is very passionate.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why we love him. No, to go back to your question about standards.
Score for the Greyhounds. We'll get this one in. Will McCullough makes it a 5-2 game. But yeah, in terms of the standards and kind of the expectations and balancing that.
Yeah, I mean, to be candid with you, it's, again, developing leaders of character. That's our North Star, and we never deviate from that. So, you know, we always go to we have to do the harder right. You know, there's no cutting corners. And although it might be hard and the expectations are high, these men and women are built for that. And if they don't meet those, it's important that they love coming here and playing and competing at the highest level. We also need to be candid with ourselves. The Army's a combat sport, right? And what they're doing here on the field is translates. So it's important for us to make sure they have an environment, the best facilities that they have available, that they can continue to grow and develop here as leaders. And we're giving them the best chance to do that, and providing them with the resources they need to reach their potential.
You are the face of athletics as the athletics director here at the United States Military Academy, Tom Theodorakis. And Tom, we really appreciate the time, and obviously there's another goal as we send you up. Heck, you may want to just stay here the rest of the game because they picked it up. Tyler Clark there makes it 6-2. Do you want to give us one more piece of analysis on what you saw on that goal from Army?
I appreciate it. Look at the extra pass here.
Plunk it again. Plunk it again in that same spot in the zone. Another goal here.
You get that 1 seed and host the Patriot League tournament coming up here next week. Connor Wilbur for the Greyhounds. Clock at 9 minutes. There's a shot deflected off the Army defender. A.J. Pilot has made his presence felt in this first half.
He's got a tough matchup, right, with Minikis, and Coach Toomey talked about it, that he kind of pushed and forced the issue a little bit when Loyola was struggling, and this is a game where you can't do that. When you're going against A.J. Pilot, you can't force it.
Shot, score, bounced it home, a thing of beauty. Christian Mazer with his second of the season. It's 7-2 Black Knights.
And we talked about how athletic these short stick D middies are for the Army Black Knights, and you show it right here in transition. If you want to get out and run, your short sticks and your long pole midi have got to be fast. They big hit right there as he tried to get inside and step under his defender in the crease. Good physical defense from Loyola, but I think the key for Army is they've got to win out, because if they can do that, then they can secure maybe a 3, a 4 seed in the tournament. And with the way things are in Division I men's lacrosse, that seed is so important. You want to get that first round home game against maybe a little bit of a lesser team, get them to come to your place, and then you get maybe a little bit more of a favorable matchup in a really tough quarterfinal game. If they get in as an 8 or a 9, it's going to make their path that much more difficult. So for them, they've really got to finish this season strong and really win out, finish the Patriot League.
Shot and a score there. Great look and going top shelf is Luke Murphy for his 9th, and Loyola able to stop the bleeding here for the moment at 7-3.
Take a look here. Murphy's just stepping in here. Nobody really steps out and plays him. He does a good job. You see how he looked fake behind.
Off a 1-goal, 1-assist effort. 7-3, 7-19 in the second. Will Coletti, another face-off win for Army, plays it back. And now Mazer ahead for Coletti, who brings it across. Tom Theodorakis, that was really fun, and that was cool that you guys set that up. You've been friends for a long time. You got to be proud seeing what he's accomplished.
Oh yeah,
to get to this point, huh?
Yeah, well, he was, ever since I've known him, just always such a good guy, good teammate. Even in college when things would get wild or crazy, always did the right thing.
Shot, score. Eicher has done the right thing once again. All season he's done just what he did right there, cashing in front of the net. It's 8-3 Black Knights.
And this is just really too easy for him in front of the net there. That big frame, nice overhand shot. Take a look here again, just step down, about a 7-8 yard shot. That's just too easy possessions. No bad shots, because a bad shot goes the other way and it goes there quick. So gotta work for good shots. And then defensively, that zone, you know, they're sticking with it. They've got to cover up those skip passes, and they've got to stop Fellows.
Here's Brady West, intercepted right there, picked off by Byrne. What doesn't he do?
Yeah, just a good job. Just like a cornerback or a safety in football, just reading the eyes of the quarterback there and just anticipating the next pass.
Army look at a counter, deflected into the stick of Eicher, and everything working out beautifully for the Black Knights.
And that's just an unlucky break for Loyola. They get their stick on the ball, try to deflect the pass or pick it off, and it lands into the stick of Eicher. The best offensive player in the field, goes right to him. And then again, he uses that big frame. It's just really good shot placement there.
It's it wide.
Imagine playing goalie and seeing that thing.
No.
You don't want any part of that, right?
No.
I don't want any part of it either.
Here comes a turnaround shot, saved by Watkinson. Good effort by him, 30 seconds left. See if the Greyhounds can get one here before halftime. Here comes Merrick Seaman. Plays it across for Minikis, knocked off the ball. Tremendous defense again by A.J. Pilot. He comes the other way. Pilot leaves it off. Shot, score! Top shelf, Fountain pays it off. 10-3 Army.
A.J. Pilot, Massapequa, Long Island, my new hometown where I'm living. Getting the transition going here for the Black Knights. Does a good job right there, scooping it off the turf. Gets out and runs. And again, just more athletic defense here.
They need a couple of things to happen, but the big one would be Bucknell would have to beat Navy coming up tomorrow.
Good stop right there from Watkinson. Good start for him to start the half. He's going to have to, Loyola's going to creep back into this game. He's going to have to stand on his head a little bit here and really make some unbelievable saves.
Carried in by Houlihan. Joe Houlihan, defended by Plunkett. Still Houlihan, still Plunkett, and Plunkett causes the turnover for Army. These guys are relentless in front. Shot, score! From the edge of the crease, launching his body and finishing once again, Gunnar Fellows.
And again, good transition offense here. Fellows does a really good job with that backhand. I think he stayed out of the crease. Ball.
The Black Knights, even up by 8.
It's not in their DNA, right? You just know they're going to play hard and they're going to keep bringing it to you for full 4 quarters.
Brady Quinn. Haberman. Back to Quinn behind the cage. Quinn. How about the defense here by Andrew Miller? Shot ringing off the post and in. And the Greyhounds get one back. It's 11-4. And Minikis able to get one.
And even this is not an easy shot, right? Just Minikis, just such a good player. We talked about how he's so well-rounded, could do everything. Look at him off ball here, just a nice cut, left-handed. Pilots just a little bit season. Like we said, in April, they started to find their rhythm. Unfortunately, run into a bit of a buzzsaw here with Army, but this is a team that can now take this end of the season, no matter how it ends, and build off of it into next year.
Shot bounce wide there from Fellows. Yeah, I mentioned earlier, 23 players this year making their collegiate debut for the Greyhounds. Yeah. They got 19 freshmen on the team, 2 transfers. Dylan DiAgostino feeds in front. Fountain behind the back pass. Shot whistled into the back of the net. A thing of beauty. And Finn McCullough scores.
Just a great pass from Fountain. Just the vision right here. Stays calm. He's got 3 guys right around him. Takes that little step back, little round the back to McCullough. And again, just the way.
Finn McCullough. McCullough whistles it low. Saved by Watkinson. Loose in front. Picked up by Army. It's Fountain. Fellows behind the cage.
You see Loyola went back to that man. Coach Toomey was talking to his team. We had him in the huddle there right before half, and you can see they're going back to their man defense, trying to change things up. Army attacking the short sticks from behind. So it's a little bit of a different approach now for this Army offense. They can get back to dodging and find the guys in the middle just like that.
Cashing in once again, Jackson Eicher. He's got 5. And Army leads 13-4. What more do you want from Jackson Eicher?
Again, just different offense here now. You got to get back on attack mode. You got to draw slides, look for guys on the inside. A little different than when you go against the zone. But right there, Eicher does a good job, right-handed. 12.
That is the play you keep talking about.
It's that same pass. It's that same pass. It's that drive to your right hand, look across right through the middle of defense, and look for Fellows.
I did want to say one thing about the Greyhounds. You know, obviously down 13-4 here and on the verge of finishing 3-11 in the regular season. I thought it was important, and Charlie Toomey wanted to make the point on our call this week. There has not once been finger pointing, negative attitudes, issues. Oh, rebound and a score. Aiden Weisenborn, everything working for Army. And as I say it, Army now makes this a really commanding lead at 14-4. But it is worth mentioning that the character has never been in question for Charlie Toomey and his guys this year.
Yeah, and, you know, you take a look right here. Watkinson just gives up that rebound, and it goes right to Weisenborn. Johnny on the spot, able to catch guys around it. That's why I'm saying we got to get it to space, get it away from the 8 or 9 guys that are checking it.
I bet you're patient, though.
I am, yes, yes. But I'm losing them.
Any future Syracuse All-Americans in that group, you think? The young Panarelli, maybe?
Too early to tell. We'll see. We got a lot of work to do.
Yeah. The man up is going to run out of the Greyhounds, and that is severely disappointing. Only got one shot off. Eicher with it here, lost it, shot clock under 10. Down to 7, Army got to release something here, coming up with 5. They did the job though to run out the man up clock, shot, score. That's as perfect as you can do it when you're down a man, and then at the end, you're the team that gets the goal, and it's Hill Plunkett.
And right here, Plunkett just comes flying out of the box as the penalty's released. We talked about his vision here tonight. He's really done it all for this Army.
This is the most fun thing by far you get to do your entire time. Even practice, right?
Yeah.
It's just puts everything else in perspective. Talk about the challenges of being a cadet here at the U.S. Military Academy. Under 2 to play in the third 15-4 game. Ryan Salou. Ten saves apiece. Shot, score. Too easy. Eicher again. Pretty feed from Salou, the senior from Glastonbury, Connecticut. And Eicher is just not going to miss those.
Good job here, just beating your man, drawing that slide, drew 2. Not sure Eicher.
Big time hit.
Take a look here. Gets him a little bit over the head there. The stick.
Robert Simone, 18 for Army on that hit. 16 for Black Knights. And again, Ben Abel, number 1 for the Greyhounds, is now in net, replacing Watkinson.
And I don't even think that was from Coach Toomey where he's pulling him because of play. I think he's just seen way too many shots here, just like that, all night long. And you got to just make a change and give the guy a break, because he's really been seeing a lot of rubber here. And in close shots, guys hands free, not from much distance, great angles. And again, just another shot right here, very much of the same as it's been with this defense playing in front of him, and a little bit of a goalie fatigue. And
you only get 13 of these opportunities. Nothing else is guaranteed. 13 opportunities. You cannot waste a single one, and that's why his team was 100% focused on this regular season finale. And you're talking about that same attitude of these guys coming off the bench. You don't know when their next opportunity to get on the field will be. I mean, this could be it for some of these guys this season.
Absolutely, and if you're a senior, you know, this might be the last time you ever get a chance to play on this field and in this stadium. And so you don't care whether it's meaningless minutes or not. You want to get out there and play. So
we talked about the senior class and all that they've been through, and not one guy has left or quit. Shot, score. Grady O'Day bails one. Buries one, a freshman from Phoenix, Maryland. 5th goal of the game for the Greyhounds. So Grady O'Day rings it up. Loyola trying to continue their fight here and hoping to continue their...
Don't worry, I know some people. Make sure you're protected, all right?
I knew that was coming.
Good save.
Army with their 3rd string goalie in there now, number 31, that's Bennett Ong. There's Nolan Bellotti. Wraparound shot, score. So Ong comes in and immediately faces a rifleman right at the doorstep. Miles Halter with the goal for the Greyhounds.
Take a look here at the replay. Just a good job dodging from X, getting top side. Did extremely well tonight. And beat, you know, even though it's a 3-win Loyola team, sometimes the record doesn't tell the full story. They're not a bad team by any means. And like we said, came in playing pretty well, but Army just took it to them.
A lot of guys coming in off the bench here late in the fourth to play as well, which was fun to see. 90 seconds left. Army by 11. It'll be 12-1. It'll be 5 12-win seasons in the last 10 years. It'll be the 1 seed, a regular season Patriot League title for Army. And now they host next week, an opportunity to go for the Patriot League tournament title. And a chance to go for a national title. And a late goal here for the Army Black Knights. Thor Swanson buries one, a 6'3", 200-pound freshman from right here in West Point. How cool is that? Hometown kid.
And you can tell the whole team is excited. So obviously this is a, they have much of it.
I don't know.
The wafers, I'm surprised. Oreos, I knew you had no shot with that.
Your wife must have her hands full.
Oh, yes.
2 boys.
And me.
And you. 3. That's a final here at West Point. What a game by the Army Black Knights. What a season it's been. Their 3rd straight Patriot League regular season championship. First outright since 2010. They get the 1 seed for next week's Patriot League tournament and will host here at Mikey Stadium at West Point. A dominant effort for the Army Black Knights to finish the regular season 12-1. And the number 5 team in America showing they are every bit worthy